we move into the opening day of WrestleMania weekend, as it is March 30th, and that means later tonight in Los Angeles, it is Impact Wrestling and New Japan's multiverse of matches, Multiverse United. Only the strong survive. The one show that has changed a lot over the last couple of weeks because of injury. But we will get to that preview later on. We got some news to get to first, and that starts with Vince McMahon, according to PW Insider, will be at WrestleMania. And I don't think that is surprising from any perspective. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it, that Vince McMahon will be at WrestleMania. Because honestly, I'm tired of hearing people wonder, ponder, and worry about Vince. If Vince is there, Vince is there. If Vince isn't, Vince isn't. Who cares? That's all I gotta say. In a recent interview with Sky Sports, Tommy Fury, who I believe the last time people saw him was going against Jake Paul in a boxing match, was asked if he would join WWE to fight Logan, and Tommy Fury apparently is a major fan of WWE and would love the opportunity to join WWE if the opportunity presented itself. His brother Tyson has done stuff with WWE in the past, and he would love to, in a way, accomplish a dream of his and join the WWE. So, I mean, I know that WWE goes the route of, I know WWE has a habit of celebrity, and including celebrity in WWE action, especially with Saudi Arabia shows. I think that including Tommy Fury in one of those shows would be best, because I doubt his celebrity status in America, but on an international level, I don't doubt his celebrity status. Because boxing isn't really that popular in America, but it is pretty popular internationally. I mean, might just be my opinion, but that's what I believe. Now we shift over to the Hall of Fame. As I've mentioned the Hall of Fame a few times over the last couple of days, we did get the announcement. I thought that the announcement about the Warrior Award would happen at the Hall of Fame induction, but it actually happened last night, and the announcement was that longtime WWE official and former assistant/travel partner to Andre the Giant, Tim White, is the first referee inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. It is a much honor, it's an honorable thing to induct a referee, especially Tim White, who spent his career with the WWE and basically gave his life to the WWE, because he got injured in multiple matches and had to retire. He was the assistant after Frenchie Martin to Andre the Giant, the travel partner for Andre. And I mean, I think everybody loved Tim White. I mean, I remember the last time I remember seeing Tim White was I believe it was season 1 of Hidden Treasures, where they went to get some Andre memorabilia from Tim. I mean, I love Tim White, and I'm glad to see Tim White going into the Hall of Fame. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, Rey Mysterio, in building up to WrestleMania, spoke with the New York Times about the Hall of Fame induction. And Ray said that the Hall of Fame is something that people get when they're ready to retire, when they're ready to hang it up, and he's not ready to do either. He's not ready to retire, but he is appreciative of the induction into the Hall of Fame. and he is looking at the possibility of retiring when he turns 50, which is, I believe, either a year and a half or 2 years away. It really depends on when Ray's birthday is, and if he is turning. I do believe, off the top of my head, from what I saw, Ray's birthday is, hasn't happened yet this year, so he is in line to turn 49 years old this year. He is in line to turn 49 years old this year, which means next year, alongside WrestleMania, he would turn 50, so that means that the possibility or the likelihood of his rivalry with Dom having some form of reinvigoration to Ray, it likely did have some form of reinvigoration to Ray and help Ray some way, shape, or form to allow Ray to go one more year. Because I think that giving Ray a retirement this year without, accurately hyping it up is a mistake, or, it would be a mistake. 100% it would be a mistake. And you would leave a lot of money on the table if you did not allow Rey Mysterio to have his WrestleMania moment in a retirement match and hype it up. And that's what I hope they have next year, where they allow Rey to get his WrestleMania moment. Speaking of future announcements and leaving money on the table, AEW made their debut recently in Canada, and now Tony Khan is looking at the possibility of where to go next. And according to Fightful, Tony Khan, an announcement for an AEW debut in London is set to be coming down very soon, as AEW previously announced that they will be making their debut in the United Kingdom with a show in London, but additional details were unclear. Speaking to Joe Brophy on the Talk Sport, Khan highlighted the importance of wrestling market in the UK and called it one of his favorite places in the world. He called London one of his favorite places, specifically West London, Craven Cottage, and Khan emphasized the strong viewership of AEW. And he stated that the announcement about the company's London show is coming soon. So that would be, that's an untapped market for AEW, much like Canada was, and I am very happy to see AEW branching into other markets like Canada, like London, and eventually places like Japan. You figure places like Japan, and maybe Mexico or Puerto Rico or places like that. Like the way WWE would. But Khan basically points out that the announcement will be coming down soon. So expect that soon after WrestleMania, as, in my opinion, based on other matches or other announcements from Tony Khan over the last couple of months, this would actually be an announcement I'd be looking forward to, because if you want to see a hot crowd, and this is not any disputement or disagreement to American crowds, but London crowds or England crowds, English crowds, no matter where they go, English crowds are 100 times hotter than American crowds, because American wrestling and wrestling of that ilk is never in that area, so of course it's going to be a little hotter. But either way, we do have a little bit more news to get to. We do have a little bit more news to get to, and I'm going to save that for the next video, because there is an update. There is an update on something I spoke about yesterday. Regarding one of the media calls that Nick Khan has been on in over WrestleMania weekend, and we do have, of course, the preview for the Multiverse United. Only the Strong Survive, which is the joint show with Impact Wrestling in New Japan, set to take place a little later today. So we will get to that as well. But that comes in another video.